And so, this Shabbat is Toldot. Within it, we get a lot of stories about struggle and deceit. Not surprising. Once again, that the Torah tracks our lives in some sort of parallel, universal energy realm that straddles 5,000 plus years ago to today. Isaac and Rebekah have two sons, Jacob and Esau. They're twins. Esau is the older, and a struggle exists right from the womb. Jacob is born clutching Esau's heel. Later, Esau's birthright is sold to his brother for a pot of stew. A sibling dynamic of jealousy and lifelong parental favoritism ensues, where Isaac prefers Esau, and Rebekah, well, she favors Jacob. Esau is a hunter. He loves the outdoors. He's a man of great words, and he always returns with fresh food from the hunt. Jacob is more internal and cerebral. He's a person who loves learning, and he is very mindful of God. Later, if you know the story, actually having his name changed to Yisrael, one who wrestles with God. An opportunity presents itself in the Parsha as Isaac is passing to be blessed. Rebekah and Jacob deceive Isaac. He's on his deathbed, and he is now blind. They dress Jacob, who's out. Esau is out in the field hunting. They dress Jacob up in Esau's clothing. They cover his arms. They make them all hairy with goat skin. So this plan of theirs will actually stick. Jacob then gets the blessing. And then when Esau later comes in, he wails mournfully with full and complete, utter, soulful distress. And he must be reconciled to the fact that the moment has passed, the deed has been done. He did not get the blessing. It's over. That's it. He didn't get it. There's actually some more incidents in our Torah and the Parsha of struggle and deceit. King Avimelech is led to believe that Rebekah is Isaac's sister, and then later finds out that she's his wife. And this kind of deception actually finds its way in ancient times over and over again. It's born out of intense struggle and a necessity to stay alive. The book of Genesis is epic. It is a book of triumph and disaster and ancestry and, yes, struggle. Everyone struggles. It is as prevalent 5,000 plus years ago as it is today. We all struggle. There are moral struggles, ethical struggles, physical struggles, spiritual struggles, psychic struggles. The struggles are there to guide us and to show us, hopefully, and to lead by example. It is in the struggle that we evolve and grow. It is in the struggle that we have the opportunity to look at our current and past behavior and make some adjustments, to do things differently, and to make different choices, which will manifest different outcomes, for better or worse. It is in the struggle that we can find ourselves. And it is in the struggle that we can find God. If we are truly worthy, and if we are truly searching, not just seeking, but reaching and truly searching, which is what we all really actually need to do right now, then we can truly change. We can change ourselves, we can change our world, and we can get beyond this pandemic and our current condition nationally and globally. After all, Jacob did struggle. He wrestled with angels, and he became Yisrael. He evolved. We can too. We can be better. We can become our best selves. It is the struggle that helps us do that. It's so hard to see it when we're in the middle of it. We just have to hold on. We have to have faith. Much like Jacob holding fast to Esau's heel. We have to come into this world ready to fight, to do the work. Every day, ready to endure the struggle. Ready to fight, to do the work. Every day, knowing there will be times when everything, that deck is stacked against us or maybe for us. Knowing that we just have to play it out, placing one foot in front of the other and just stay in the game, as our forefathers and mothers did. They never stopped their wandering, they never gave up, no matter what they had to do, and neither should we. The promise is always there, and so too is God. We just need to reach. Next week is Thanksgiving. Who would have thought that we would have spent months arguing and struggling over whether or not to wear masks or whether or not to stay inside or out? It's hard enough being separated from family for the last 8 months. But it seems unusually unsettling after missing out on Passover and High Holy Days that we should have to be separated on Thanksgiving as well. And now we've got to look forward to Hanukkah and New Year's. Who would have thought it would be such a struggle to remain socially distanced and stay safe at home? Some have struggled to stay in their homes, not ever leaving since March, while others have struggled wrestling with themselves and others to find different levels of venturing out and about. Everyone has had to figure out what works for them physically, mentally, emotionally, while doing their best to mind the safety of their own being and that of everyone else. It's all an enormous struggle, and one that has presented itself time and again as well. We have seen other pandemics, and yes, we have also seen other vaccines and treatments and cures. We cannot forget this. We just have to have patience and wait and have faith. And in the meantime, in the season of gratitude, count our blessings. There is discussion about the blindness that Isaac actually had. Remember, he was blind. That was why they were able to pull this off. Did it come at the time of his binding? Remember, at High Holy Days, we hear that story, the binding of Isaac? The angels wept. There's stories about this. Maybe the tears came down and he was blinded at that time. Did it come at that time? Or maybe just as the time of Egypt when God, hardened Pharaoh's heart. In some way, there's writings on this. Did God somehow blind Isaac so that the blessing could happen for Jacob, so that the story could unfold? We don't know why things happen as they do. We only know that we are all part of a connected tapestry, interwoven threads that make up a beautiful masterpiece. 2020 was supposed to be a year of vision. We don't know what kind of vision it is, but maybe it's a vision that's going to create something even better in the future for 2021, 25, who knows? Maybe Isaac's dimmed vision was given to reveal a blessing that we are all meant to reach for through our combined struggle, through centuries of DNA brought down toward that collective promise, leading us toward a better destiny. Maybe the vision is dimmed right now, and we're in this struggle. But maybe 2025, 2028, 2030 is going to be so much greater because we're going through this struggle now. We have to have faith in each other, in our resilience, in our ability to survive and come through, because we have greatness in us and we have God. There's a quote being passed around now as the best for 2020. This is not the year to get everything you want. This is the year to appreciate everything you have. Whether on Zoom as we gather together for the annual Thanksgiving Interfaith service this Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., or on Thursday with extended family and friends. Or if you're just at home at your table, let us be grateful to God for the gift of life, for the struggles. Yes, let us be grateful for the struggles. Kabbalists say, bring it on, bring it on. That's what makes us better. Let us be grateful for the struggles which help us grow and for the journey that we are all blessed to be on b'yachad together. May you have a happy Thanksgiving. Shabbat Shalom.